To answer your question, no, it is never too early to talk about the next flagship. And at the top of our wish list is an under-display fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner is one of the biggest drawbacks of the S8 due to its location. It's on the back, next to the camera, which not only looks weird, but impractical. Placing it below the camera in the middle of the device of the Galaxy S9 would be an improvement, but that's not what we're really hoping for. We want to see Samsung equip its flagship with an under-display fingerprint scanner that will allow you to unlock the device by placing your finger on a certain part of the display. That would solve a number of problems. The overall design would be cleaner, the fingerprint scanner would be virtually invisible, and it would be far more practical. You wouldn't have to flip the phone back and forth all the time just to check your notifications. Now, we've heard plenty of rumors regarding an under-display fingerprint sensor over the past year. One which claimed that the Galaxy S8 would be the first to get it. Obviously, that didn't happen. But the latest rumor now suggests that the technology is still not quite ready, and that the first Samsung device to feature could be the Galaxy Note 9. Now, many of you will have argued that this should have been at the top of our list because every geek knows we always need more power. You see, Samsung decided to play it safe when it came to batteries. The S8 packs a 3000 mAh battery, just like its predecessor that has a much smaller 5.1-inch display. The LG G6, on the other hand, which is around the same size as the S8, sports a 3300 mAh. Based on the assumption that the upcoming Galaxy S9 smartphones will have roughly the same footprint as their predecessors, a 4000 mAh battery for the larger handset is something that we'd really like to see. If Huawei can pull this off, so can Sammy. As for the smaller brother, bumping the battery up to at least 3300 mAh is the way to go, which would put it on par with other similarly styled devices. And next up is a good dual camera setup, and this is a category that's becoming increasingly competitive in the market. The Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus have a single primary camera, while the majority of their rivals are equipped with two sensors on the back. Therefore, a dual camera setup is something that we'd really like to see for the S9. The Note 8 is the first Samsung device to come with a dual camera setup, and the likelihood of the company bringing it to the Galaxy S series is pretty high. The only major flagships that don't have it at this point are the Pixel 2 smartphones, but they are still available to capture those fancy bokeh images despite missing the second lens. If my wish is granted, we expect to see the same setup on the S9 as on the Note 8. A standard sensor and a secondary telephoto lens that can achieve 2x optical zoom. However, we'd like to see both sensors sport larger apertures that would improve the quality of the images taken in low light conditions. Next on my list is a proper headphone jack. Hey, a geek can dream, okay? I know some of you are tired of this whole thing because it's not going to change. I've said it before, pining for a 3.5mm headphone jack in our flagships are done. But the reality is, Bluetooth headphones suck. They suck really bad. Latency's bad. There's a delayed reaction. Every 4, 5, 6 hours, I got to charge the thing. They're easy to lose. And wired headphone jacks are just simple. There's better quality. There's more options. They're faster, simpler. They're just better on almost every measure. They stay in my head better. I could go on and on and on. So Bluetooth headphone manufacturers, you got to up your game. You got to make everything better for us to not pine over this anymore. Do you guys have Bluetooth headphones that you really like, that you use more than your wired ones? How many of you actually do that? And I'm not talking about something I have to charge every 4 hours. I'm talking about something that is as good or better than wired ones when it comes to convenience. Let me know. I want to hear it. And next up is a priority for many of you is dual front-facing speakers. Although the Samsung Galaxy S8 excels in the performance department, we can't say the same when it comes to audio. The device only has a single bottom-firing speaker that gets the job done, but is average at best. A flagship smartphone should be able to produce high-quality sound, which is why we hope that Samsung will equip the Galaxy S9 with a pair of loud, front-facing speakers. You see, front-facing speakers offer a great audio experience as the sound is directed straight towards you. Unlike bottom-firing speakers, they're also more difficult to cover up with your fingers when playing games or watching videos. Now, we got to talk about price. I know that's going to be an issue for many of us. We want flagship power without the price. And petitioning and hoping and pining for Samsung to lower the price on their flagship is unrealistic. Not going to happen. It may go up a little bit. I mean, here in Canada, it's like $1,400. That's like, I don't know, $1,000, $1,100 American, something like that. It's a lot. So if you want that flagship power, but not the flagship price, you got to go for Huawei or OnePlus or Xiaomi or one of those other Chinese manufacturers that are really delivering best bang for your buck options. Let me know what you think in the comments below or on Twitter. Now, my audience is smart. So smart that sometimes you're inspired by a business idea, and then you try and get the name of that business in a domain name. And your next prospective customer is searching your business name, and they assume you have the .com. And if you don't, you're giving your business away to the one who does. That's the power of a .com. Now, why is that exactly? Well, no domain name extension tells your story with the same degree of trust as a .com or .net domain name. .com and .net domain name extensions inject credibility into your online presence. And who doesn't want to be credible? And don't forget, you get 15% off when you use our coupon code ANDROID. When you think domain names, think domain.com.